Welcome back to News 8 at 11. We're at the Soule Bowl in East Moline, where a big game tonight between the United Township Panthers and Moline Maroons headline Week 7 of The Score. We're joined in this hurricane by the athletic director here at United Township, Bam Pastelnik. And Bam, kind of just talk about what a day like today's like. I know you guys are on break, but when it's a big rivalry game like this, is there a lot to get prepared for a big night?
Not any more than normal. We do have a big cheer clinic going on today, so we'll have about 250 little girls on the track. Sure. So we got to get ready for that. But in general, it's a game like no other game. It is a little more exciting when the kids are in session. Sure. In the hallways, because they talk about it and they're fired up watching the kids in the jerseys and stuff like that. But come 4:30 and 7, both teams will be ready to go.
Perfect.
Hopefully this is all gone for that cheer clinic you got, but you got Moline coming into town. Do you like the rivalry? You've been part of the rivalry in many different facets, from AD to coach to athlete to everything else. I mean, do you like this rivalry?
I'm glad you didn't ask if I like Moline. So, I do.
I thought you were gonna. I know better than to ask.
I respect them very much. And Todd's doing a good job over there as athletic director, and I grew up with Todd Rosenthal. He was my coach, so I've had connections with Moline, since I was a little kid. So I respect Moline, but yeah, I mean, as far as the rivalry, I love it. It's great.
Ben, when you look at a stadium like this, I think other stadiums may get more publicity, but when it comes down to atmosphere on a Friday night, it's tough to beat the Soule Bowl, cut out of the hill. What makes this place special when in your eyes on a Friday night?
I mean, I enjoy it because, for one, this was a project, after the World War, so it was dug out, so that's why, they call it Soule Bowl, one of the reasons. But it's just in general, it's a great venue. Our community packs the stands every single night, even with the losing record right now. It's packed every night. So our community really loves football, and they love the Soule Bowl.
How much do you hope they come out tonight, despite the fact that we might have a little weather? And it's colder. I mean, it's the first time we have a little football weather.
No, it's definitely football weather. I appreciate them coming. I hope they do come, but I can understand if they don't too, if it's like this.
No, it should be a little bit better. We talked to your head coach, Nick Welch, earlier in the show. It's not the season I know you guys wanted, but what he's done with this program, the enthusiasm, the way it's looked upon, I think not just in your community, but by other communities. Just talk about that guy and what he's done with this program so far.
Nick's done a great job. He's got the kids to commit and buy into the system that he's, wants the kids to buy into. Yeah, the winning has been a little frustrating, but we're competitive, more so than we ever have been in the last, numerous years. So it's getting there. The kids just got to believe in themselves a little bit more. They got to be a little more mentally tough, so when it gets tough and gets crunch time, they don't make the mental mistakes that they've been making and losing games. Sterling, Rock Island, both of those, we gave them, 1 or 2 touchdowns, which was the difference. So they just got to get over that hump and believe that they can start winning. Sure. And they need a win to believe in themselves that they can win. So it'll come. Yeah.
How has, since COVID, we're 3 years removed from COVID, but changed maybe the way you do things as an AD? Because you mentioned earlier you have NFHS that kind of you can broadcast the games. There's other hurdles, there's other obstacles. How has things changed over the last 3 years as an AD?
Day in and day out, not too much difference. I think the athletes were hurt, and we definitely felt that a couple years ago because, a lot of our athletes, if they didn't do travel sports, if their parents didn't have the money to go to Iowa to do the travel sports, we had athletes that, haven't touched a ball of any sort for a year and a half, and that puts you back, and we definitely felt that a couple years ago. But I think the kids are coming back. They're starting to forget COVID, so to speak, as long as it doesn't come back, and I think we're getting on the right track, and I think, it's back to normal for the most part.
What would a win tonight, before we let you go, what would a win tonight, you mentioned getting that win or getting a win, what would it mean, not just a win, but that win against that school?
I think a win against Moline would definitely uplift our kids, and it'd be a nice way to go into the last game of the year, since we don't have a game next week, against Yellsburg. The kids would be in good spirits, and it'd be probably 2 of the best weeks of coaching that Nick would have, winning tonight and going into Yellsburg. But it's always nice to beat the best looking coach in the cities, you know.
That's what we've heard. That's what we've heard. So, well, Coach, Bam, we appreciate you coming and braving the weather with us. Our producer Jenna, she can maybe tell me in her ear, we do have a guest griller tonight. I don't know if the sound that we have from him is in the show, but we are excited to welcome. We are excited to welcome a new guest griller. We do have that sound. Here's our guest griller for this evening.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pat Anger, and Matt Randazzo is making me do this video against my will. I will be your celebrity guest griller on the Score Friday night, prime time. Unless I win the lotto, then I'm never talking to Matt ever again. Love you. Let's do it.
All right, so we know this. I've never made Pat Anger do anything against his will, and he's done a lot of things he shouldn't do. So Pat Anger, former Hawkeye, former Colt, will join us tonight on the Score, 10:35 right here on WQAD. Guys, it's cold, windy, and rainy out here, so we're going to send it back to you, dry, warm, happy people inside the studio.
Our heart goes out to you guys. All right, thank you.